Hello, Joe here from Infiniti of Tacoma. I have something really special for you today. This beautiful 2021 Audi RS5 Sportback. One awesome four-door coupe. Yes, it is a four-door coupe, kind of a newer concept. It kind of keeps that coupe-like profile, but it does have the practicality of four doors. This is a 2021 RS5 of only 2,225 miles at the time of making this video. It's a local one-owner clean Carfax vehicle. How did we get this RS5? Oh, one of my jobs as a used car manager is to acquire inventory for our store, and I have relationships with some other dealerships. I got this from Hazelwood Auto Group. It was a trade-in, believe it or not, at their Chevy store. And when you have high-end vehicles like this that are $80,000+, Chevy store or Jeep store or Toyota store for that matter, they take a vehicle like this on a trade. They don't really have the clientele for vehicles like this. Some stores will keep them, but some stores would rather, sell them to another dealership that would do a better job retailing them, and maybe they'll make a little bit of money and turn it quick. So I have a pretty good relationship with Hazelwood. I tell them, hey, we do really well with high-end cars, so if you have any ones that come in on trade and you need a buy bid, call me. And that's how I acquired this one. So it was a trade-in at their Chevy store, and I bought it from them. And so if you're looking for a nice RS5, this beautiful example is pretty darn close to new with 2,225 miles on it. And for my research, 21's a great year because they did do a facelift on the RS5, and it is looking really good, and you'll see that when we move towards the outside. So I have the original build sheet on this one. Original MSRP was $87,665. Of course, this has lots of standard equipment, but it also has lots of optional equipment too, because the base MSRP was $75,400, so it's got close to $12,000 in options on it. So that's always good to read the fine print, because maybe one RS5 might look like a better deal. It might be $2,000 cheaper than this one, but if that one's a base one and this one has $12,000 in equipment, well, maybe that other one isn't such a good deal. So of course we can give you a copy of this if you want to look it over yourself. So this beautiful shade of Mythos Black Metallic, that was a $595 premium color. We have the dynamic package, that was $3,400, giving you the RS Sport Suspension Plus with dynamic ride control, an RS Sport exhaust system. That exhaust system, I can tell you, it sounds heavenly, and red brake calipers. Then we have the RS Driver Assistance Package, that was $3,000, giving you adaptive cruise control with traffic jam assist, Audi active lane assist, hands-on detection steering wheel, heads-up display with traffic sign recognition, top view camera system, and park assist. Then we have the black optic package, $1,600, giving you 20-inch 5-arm plaque design wheels, forged by color finish, 275 by 30 summer tires, and high gloss black exterior trim and mirror housings. Then we have the navigation package at $1,500. Then the side assist package, $500, giving you Audi side assist with pre-sensor rear. And then we have the matte alu optic mirror housings. Maybe that's for the side mirror housings, I think. Then we have the Audi Guard Protection Kit, $325, and the black Audi rings and badges, $300. So there we have it. Now let's take a look at this beautiful interior. We have a pretty large moonroof. Very comfortable and supportive sport bucket seats. I love the contrast stitching and kind of like these, is it an octagon? Octagon. What kind of shapes in the seats? Beautiful carbon fiber trim. This has an 8-speed automatic transmission to make most efficient of that 444 horsepower. Electronic parking brake. Love the way the gear selector, the whole dashboard is really nicely kind of laid out. Very clean, minimalist German styling that we've all come to know so well from Audi. You have a drive mode selector. Lots of fine tuning with this one. Depending on the mode, it has an active sport exhaust, so in comfort, the exhaust system's a little quieter. Then you put it in dynamic mode, and you can even hear the exhaust system kind of liven up a little bit. Then you have two drive modes. You have RS1 and RS2. Still, for me, I have to learn a lot about this stuff too, so I don't know exactly what everything does. Nice big display. I think this is 12.2 inches. And then you have a really cool backup camera and overhead camera. This is pretty cool. It almost looks like there's a drone like 20 feet above the car looking down. I don't know exactly how they do that camera trickery, I guess, but really nice crisp display. Then of course you have this huge virtual cockpit from Audi, so you can display the navigation screen there, and of course you can configure it. It will change. Different drive modes I think will also change as well. Then you have a heads-up display. The steering wheel is heated, feels wonderful. This is just such a beautiful driving vehicle. I actually got the pleasure of driving it from Bremerton to Tacoma. I went to go pick it up from the Chevy store I bought it from, and I drove it mostly down 16. I didn't, you know, I'm not a crazy driver. I don't hot rod cars, but I did get, you know, dip into that accelerator, and it does accelerate very fast, and it sounds absolutely heavenly, and the handling is unbelievable. And it's also very, very comfortable. It's not a little car, it's a rather large and spacious car. Look at those beautiful wheels. Look at the size of those brakes. They're absolutely humongous, and obviously with a high performance vehicle like this with 444 horsepower, you need good stopping power. Look at that beautiful front end styling. As I mentioned, for 21, the front end was restyled in the RS5, and with the blocked optic package, all the rings and stuff on the front are blocked out. Kind of has a menacing look about it. It really is such a very, very beautiful vehicle. It really is a gorgeous automobile. It's kind of even creating a little buzz around us at the dealership. A lot of sales guys and managers are drooling over it, saying it's a, you know, bad car, bad in a good way. A few other words I probably want to use for this video that are bad words but are exciting and cool about this car. We have rear heated seats as well, and you know, this isn't a full-size vehicle. You know, the RS5 is kind of more of a compact vehicle. It's not like as big as the S7, but interior space is still not too bad. I'm 6'2". I had that front seat adjusted for my height. I still have plenty of leg room, headroom, shoulder room back here. And the RS5 is very practical, 4 doors, and it doesn't look like a hatchback. It kind of looks like it has more of a trunk profile, but it does have a hatchback. And it actually has a pretty large cargo area. And even better, you can fold down those rear seats for even more cargo space. Yeah, we'll let you decide to put that on the front. We're not gonna destroy that beautiful front end. We'll let you we'll let you decide if you want to put the front plate mount on. We were very specific. Don't put that front plate mount on. Let the customer decide. And look at here, really gorgeous styling on the back. Huge exhaust pipes coming out, and with that active exhaust, it sounds great. So that being said, how about we take it for a spin and hear how that exhaust sounds. Okay, here we go. We're taking this 2021 Audi RS5 out for a spin. You know, immediately as soon as I get in the vehicle, I mean, this thing just fits like a glove. The seats are contoured, the steering wheel feels wonderful in your hands, the gauge cluster, the layout of the dashboard. Obviously, this vehicle is designed by people that know a lot about driving and performance driving, so this thing is tailored, you know, for someone who wants a vehicle that offers, you know, high performance level, you know, high performance sports car level performance, but also, you know, everyday luxury car comfort. You want something that's going to be comfortable, you know, for your daily commute, can carry some passengers, but also something when you do some performance driving, it's going to get the blood boiling. And then when you look at it, it's something that's going to stir the passion in your soul. It's something that looks good. It's going to get you lots of looks and compliments. So we can kind of play around with the different drive settings on this little drive we're doing. I don't know exactly what we do. They have RS1, RS2. Then we have a drive mode selector here. And let's see, they have a comfort, auto, and a dynamic. So dynamic must be the sport mode, because you can see when you put it on dynamic mode, it probably can't see it on the camera, but you can see kind of like you're on a racetrack. So I have in dynamic mode, the sporty mode, the exhaust is a little bit louder. We got some space, so woohoo! Oh yes, it sounds very wonderful. And The exhaust makes some cool noises too when you hear those gear changes. It's kind of like, oh, I don't know exactly how to describe the noise, but it sounds really cool. The motorcycle. But the other thing too, you know, I'm cruising at the highway 68 miles an hour. It's like this guy wants to go racing the motorcycle. Cruising the highway at 8 miles an hour. It's very quiet, very comfortable. And I'm sure if you put it in a quieter drive mode, they'll even be quieter. And you have 8 forward gears. The gearbox is pretty much telepathic. You know, you have manual mode, you have steering wheel paddle shifters, but you just put it in dynamic mode. The car knows exactly where you want to put the gear, and it reacts very quick. As soon as I step on that gas, it just downshifts instantly, knows exactly what gear to put it in, and the car takes right off. It's also a really nice composed ride. You know, some sports cars can have kind of a really jarring, pounding ride. It is firm, it is a sports car, but it is soaking up these bumps pretty nicely. Let's see if I put it in comfort mode, if that changes the ride at all. Definitely sounds like the exhaust is a little quieter. And I think it does have adjustable dampers on this one, so putting it in the dynamic, into the comfort mode, I think it also calms the suspension a little bit too. Doesn't feel quite as bouncy. Let's put it back in dynamic mode since we're coming to a nice curvy part of the road. Try out some of this, see how this thing handles. I bet it handles just as good as it accelerates. All right, here we go. Oh, I love that exhaust. It sounds great. And this thing handles like it's on rails. I have to kind of take it easy. I'm not a fast driver. I haven't had a traffic ticket, I think, a speeding ticket in like 20 years. That was the only speeding ticket I ever got. But I warn you, if you have a hard time with personal restraint, you might have to be careful in this car. It really is easy to go fast. It just, this car wants to go. It's just like, come on, go faster, go faster. It really does feel like that. And you know, I find myself naturally speeding in this car, like I'm in the 60 mile, I find myself going 70, 75 just because it just does it so easily, and it does it so smoothly and quietly. Here we go to some more corners. Yes, this is a very, very fun car to drive, and oh my goodness, yes, 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 it handles very, very beautifully. Yeah, for sure. The camera's bouncing around a little bit here. Yeah, one of the best handling sedans I've driven. One of the best handling cars I've driven, and believe me, I drive lots of nice cars. It's one of the perks of working, you know, in the high-end part, in the pre-owned part of the business. Porsches, Corvettes, you know, Maseratis, Vipers, Ferraris. I've driven lots of things. And this car just feels planted. It's confidence inspiring. It's not a huge car. I feel like I control it. Yeah, this thing, oh, come back up here. Drive off the road either, but yeah, this thing handles beautifully. It handles beautifully for sure. And I'm not even pushing it anywhere as hard as it could go around the corners. It's not even breaking a sweat at this point. Well, that just about sums up our drive here in the RS5. Hopefully this was an informative video. I don't know if you're looking specifically to maybe purchase this RS5 or if you're just looking for RS5 information in general. Hopefully it was informative and enjoyable. Thanks so much for watching our channel, and hope to see you soon, sometime soon in our dealership. Have a wonderful day. Again, thanks for watching.